everyone. Welcome to National Focus. I'm your presenter, Tarnia. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Coming up this news time, Eliud Williams has been sworn in as president. Outstanding teachers and principals to be recognized at awards ceremony in October. And the Dominica Labour Party show gratitude to loyal party supporters. Stay with me as I bring you the details of these and other stories when National Focus returns. Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. Former Permanent Secretary Eliud Williams was officially sworn in as Dominica's head of state on Monday afternoon.
I, Eliud Thaddeus Williams, do swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Commonwealth of Dominica without fear or favor, affection or ill will, and that in the execution of the functions of that office I will honor, uphold, and preserve the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Dominica. So help me God.
21 votes were cast in Williams' favor during presidential elections at the House of Parliament on Monday morning. The elections were held in the absence of the opposition United Workers' Party, who announced their decision last week to withdraw from the election process. During Monday's special sitting of the House, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Alex Boyd Knight, announced that she had received a letter of resignation from outgoing President of Dominica, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool. In that letter, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool informed her that he would no longer be able to hold the position of the island's head of state due to ill health. On August 24, 2012, at a special sitting of Parliament, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Alex Boyd Knight, asked for nominees for the position of President of the Commonwealth of Dominica. The Speaker subsequently received a letter from the Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, who indicated that Mr. Eliud Williams was the government's nominee for that position. Last week, Friday, Williams was awarded the island's highest award of honor, the Dominica Award of Honor, by President of Dominica, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool. In Tuesday's newscast, GIS News will bring you details of Monday's swearing-in ceremony of the new President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, His Excellency Eliud Williams. In more news, political leader of the Dominica Labour Party, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, has described Labour Party supporters as a reservoir of political wisdom, knowledge and understanding that has contributed to the strength of the oldest political organization in the country. The political leader made the remarks when he addressed the Dominica Labour Party awards ceremony last Sunday in Grand Bay. The Prime Minister used the occasion to express gratitude to the thousands of supporters who continue to be the foundation of the DLP.
They have not had the academic training of political experts, but they can tell you how the political pendulum is swinging at any given time. They can tell you the policies that are likely to resonate with citizens and those that will most likely be frowned upon. They can tell you which newspaper article will not be taken seriously by readers and which ought to be analyzed and responded to. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, comrades, we have a reservoir as well as a fountain of political wisdom, knowledge and understanding right in this room this evening. Together, we have correctly read every political twist and turn of the last 13 years. Together, we remain an unbeatable force in the politics of Dominica.
Honorable Skerrit says the party will continue to value the contributions of its many valued supporters and stands ready to work with them in the continued interest of the party and the country.
In your simple and unassuming way, ladies and gentlemen, you have served as our barometers over the years. While we are here this evening to salute a specific number of individuals whom we believe have given human service to this party over the years, I want to say from the outset that I value the continued words of wisdom and encouragement that I receive from every single person in this room. I look forward to your continued telephone calls, text messages, emails, and handwritten notes delivered to my home and office, and the messages you relay via relatives and friends. I confess that time sometimes does not permit me to personally contact each of you to express my gratitude, but I want you to know that I appreciate your contributions.
The Dominica Labour Party has been in existence for 57 years, having been formed in 1955. The party was elected to government in the year 2000. Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit has been at the helm of the party for the past 9 years. The Dominica Labour Party is considered to be the most vibrant party on the island today.
We, the Dominica Labour Party, have been fortunate. Having been formed in 1955, by 1961, we formed the government. Having stumbled in 1979 and 1980, by 2000, we were again in government. I give thanks for that. You may ask me why. Because being in office makes it possible to have the authority of the state to work for the betterment of every Dominican.
Dozens of committed Labour Party supporters from constituencies across Dominica will recognize that Sunday's awards ceremony.
This evening, we recognize and celebrate the day-to-day contributions of not the Prime Minister, not the members of Cabinet or Parliament. No, today we recognize and celebrate the daily support of members of the Dominica Labour Party. The persistent defense of this party and government by Mommy, Mrs. Ursula Daly, whose mobility in leg may need a doctor's care every now and again, but whose tongue is a sword and a shield in defense of this party and government day in and day out. It is in recognition and celebration of this exemplary daily work of the awardees that I rededicate myself here today to being worthy of that support.
GIS News will bring you more on the DLP's award ceremony in Tuesday's newscast. Outstanding principals and teachers will be recognized later this year at the Excellence in Education Awards ceremony carded for October 4, 2012. Ministry of Education, in conjunction with the National Bank of Dominica, officially launched the Excellence in Education Awards on Friday. Previously, two separate ceremonies were held, one for the principals and the other for teachers. Chief Education Officer Stevenson Hyacinth says this year the ministry decided to combine both ceremonies into one.
At this ceremony, we shall recognize our excellent principals and teachers who have brought about dramatic improvements and made significant changes at the schools and in the classroom during the last academic year.
Hyacinth says principals and teachers will be recognized for having met criteria set by the Ministry of Education.
How teachers and students are interacting in the classroom, how teachers are teaching, and how students are learning. What are the different methods and materials used in the classroom to facilitate the whole process of teaching and learning? How are students engage in the learning process? Do they just sit and regurgitate facts? Or whether opportunities are provided for them to think critically, ask questions, sing, dance, probe, and find out things for themselves? In our quest to ensure that every child succeeds, teacher quality has been and still is a top priority of the Ministry of Education. And this event, Excellence in Education Awards, provides us with the opportunity to identify those persons at our school who continue to strive for excellence.
Meantime, the National Bank of Dominica, the NBD, has presented a $50,000 check towards the Ministry of Education's Excellence in Education Awards. NBD representative Amanda Scotland explained that the institution was happy to make this contribution towards education since it is the foundation for development.
National Bank feels strongly about improving the quality of lives in the communities we serve, and we have pledged this in our mission. We have a huge part of our budget actually goes towards education. We are certainly not just a bank. We are extending our services beyond our banking walls into the community. Today, we are committing $50,000 towards the Excellence in Education Awards. We extend our appreciation once again to the Ministry of Education for allowing us to partner with you on this event, and we look forward, I especially look forward to working with you.
Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, Marcella Powell, who spoke on behalf of the Minister for Education, Peter Seja, thanked the National Bank of Dominica for their contribution.
Do not doubt that we are very appreciative of your decision to come on board to assist us in recognizing our educators who give of their very best to the development of this country's human resource. Your generous contribution speaks highly, not only of your commitment to the social development of Dominica, but more specifically of your interest in education and its role in national advancement.
The Excellence in Education Awards is expected to take place at the Arak House of Culture. The National Cooperative Credit Union Limited, which is showcasing Dominica's culture through the first ever Cadas Lipso competition, has officially launched the show with the presentation of finalists and sponsors. The ceremony was held at the Old Mill Cultural Center last weekend. Present at the ceremony was Minister for Tourism, Honorable Ian Douglas, who underlined that Cadas Lipso is purely Dominican genre that ought to be promoted as widely as possible.
Cadas music really has formed the real and true meaning of our culture and our heritage and what it really means to be Dominican. And so it is incumbent upon us to continue to maintain and to grow that heritage. It really is incumbent upon us to leave for future generations to come the embodiment of what it truly means to be Dominican. And a lot of people do not recognize that the zouk and the compa music really came out of Cadas music. And Gordon Henderson, Jeff Joseph, Ophelia Olivache Marie, Chubby, and the Midnight Groovers, and all of these people have really been pioneers, and they've really broken ground, really, to establish not only a music, but to establish an identity. An identity which really tells a story of a people and of Dominica.
Chief Cultural Officer Raymond Lawrence also attended the launching and praised the NCCU Limited for their contribution to national pride.
Through this competition, the NCCU is making a major investment into the development of music and culture of Dominica. The NCCU has in fact given a big boost to Cadas music and has helped to strengthen our sense of national identity and pride. And independence is a wonderful time to promote Dominica and things Dominican, because it is through events like this Cadas Lipso competition we help to build love of country and build our patriotism and nationalism.
Dexter Ducre, president of the National Cooperative Credit Union Limited, told the ceremony that the competition serves three main purposes: to expose and cultivate Dominica's talents, to rejuvenate Cadas Lipso as an art form, and to create an export product for Dominica. The competition finalists were announced by Mr. Ducre.
A panel of judges consisting of prominent musicians and music enthusiasts were assembled to select 15 songs. The final 5 were chosen by the public on Saturday, September 8, 2012, via a simulcast on 3 radio stations. The finalists are Janet Azu, Curtis Lloyd, Derek Peter, John Mack, Jude Deloney, Shamika Sorrendo, Royet Laura, Golda Scotland Andrew, Steve Williams, Derek Senville, Webster Marie, Richard Christmas, Pierre Labasse and the Songmasters Band, Romandine Philip, Ruben John, Murphy John Jules, Afa Pascal, Carlin Xavier, Jamal Lloyd, and Lloyd John Baptist.
CU's Cadast Lipster competitors are vying for a grand prize of $15,000 at the Newtown Savannah on October 20th. And that's news. We now join Macpherson St. Louis for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole, non moi c'est Macpherson St. Louis. Premièrement, Dominique ni un président neuf à présent. Parlement joint pendant une session spéciale où la membre électé M. Elod Williams pour position salaire. Président Williams sémenté pendant une cérémonie qui prend place aujourd'hui. Président Williams qui a remplacé président His Excellency Dr. Nicholas Liverpool qui quitte le travail là silence santé. Quand même si le ministre de l'Information Honorable Ambrose George, président Williams bien électé.
Meeting ça qui est pour électer président neuf pour Dominique, pays Dominique. Nom là qui gouvernement nominé, c'est Monsieur Eliud T. Williams, Howard Emsol. Ici en Dominicain est bien qualifié pour Tchébé position pour président à Dominique. So élection par point place, tout membre parlement qui était à parlement aujourd'hui, ils ont passé en ballot et ils ont électé M. Eliud Williams à Sam. Ça y est 20 monde qui était là à voter pour M. Eliud Williams. So, annoncement, c'est Speaker of the House, c'est M. Eliud Williams, c'est président neuf pour le Commonwealth of Dominica. Ça nous observons aussi qui membre de l'opposition parti là pour l'élection. Il y a peut-être ni raison pour qu'ils ne soient pas là, mais nous observons qu'ils n'ont pas fini au Parlement pour participer à manière élection pour président neuf là. Aussi, nous comprenons qu'ils n'ont pas tenu en nominé. Ils n'ont pas nominé personne à ce côté pour président neuf Dominique. So, c'est M. Williams seulement qui a nominé bon gouvernement avec élection par place avec M. Williams. C'est le président neuf en Dominique. Jeudi, le 17 septembre 2012.
À notre nouvelle, ministre de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, qui a su mettre l'école pour manager ces classrooms-là bien effectivement. Ministre Saint-Jean dit si un classroom n'est pour taper succès, mettre l'école supposé chaîne web et petit chat qui pas qu'à faire travail à bien. Honorable Saint-Jean a aussi assisté chef là pour superviser les autres teachers pendant qu'ils fait travail passe ça même autant important. Honorable Saint-Jean fait ses paroles là pendant le ministre de l'Éducation a une consultation pour mettre l'école en pays là. À notre nouvelle, State College Dominica a offert des programmes neufs pour Dominicains. Parole là sorti au directeur des affaires éducation, M. Merrill Matthew. C'est là, M. Matthew, collège là qui a conduit ce programme là avancé éducation en Dominique.
Nous avons offert mon Dominique qui a une expérience électrique, mais il n'y a pas de certificat à donner. Nous avons préparé pour point Exam City and Girls International Nane Kikavini. Lot program la nou ni se our program nou ka kuye associate degree in business administration. Program sa encore c'est pour moun qui ka travail et puis nous ka invité yo pour venir faire program sa Saint-Cher pour 8 heures après-midi à Buffalo State Campus. Et puis ça nous ka fait faculty teacher education c'est pour train moun pour operate meilleur à travail. Parce que là nous fait programme ça business administration, c'est moun ça qui graduate. Et même si yo pas graduate, même si yo point yon des courses et puis yo pour certaines raisons yo pas à compléter depuis yo fait yon course à dans programme Dominica State College, yo ke primaire à travail. Et c'est ça nous qu'a gardé pour faire à Dominica State College pour faire mon meilleur à travail. Puis les mon meilleur à travail, tout le monde a développé. Tout le monde a développé. Puis il y a aider l'autre.
Et puis finalement, même parlement pour Guantans, Honorable Ian Douglas, qui a fait parole, gros plan pour ville Guantans, yon si bagay la Honorable Douglas mentionné, c'est pour avancer conditions béfondlantes. Et aussi fait parole, attention, gouvernement Dominique, qui a la place Maui en ville. Douglas aussi mentionné que le gouvernement qui continue et puis développement infrastructure, c'est des bagailles comme pont et bagailles comme ça, qui déjà commencé en ville. L'occasion qu'on a Bolin et puis Rodney Street. Ministre Douglas aussi qui a fait parole éducation et puis révolution Kai pour ville Guantans continuer. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est Macpherson St. Louis. Au revoir.
Up next is the tip of the day. Time now for the tip of the day. Today we'll share with you a few tips on the benefits of volunteering. Volunteering breeds a spirit of positivity and humility in the person who engages in it. Both are personal developmental qualities that can be a vehicle for an individual's success in life. Volunteering can build a great portfolio. Business people who give selflessly to others have a sense of community spirit and teamwork. All these and more can be developed through volunteering. Voluntary work on your resume is always a plus in the eyes of an employer. And that's National Focus. As usual, we invite your suggestions and comments. Please feel free to drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm. Or you can visit our website at news.gov.dm. You could also visit our GIS Dominica pages on both YouTube and Facebook. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm your presenter, Tarnia Green. Thanks for watching. Do remember to join us again tomorrow.